Buongiorno, my name is Carol Troyen. I'm Curator Emerita of American Paintings at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. I've had the pleasure and privilege of working on the exhibition of the work of Edward Hopper that will open at the Palazzo Reale in October. Hopper is a lifelong love of mine, and I hope he will soon become very popular in Italy as he is in America. In the last 10 years, Hopper has been the subject of major exhibitions in London, in Boston and Washington, D.C., in Vienna, and now here in Milan. The exhibition that will open in October will contain more than 150 works. It's the first comprehensive exhibition of Hopper's work ever to be seen in Italy. The exhibition presents a unique view of Hopper's fascinating, painstaking working process by including a significant group of his drawings and some of the major oils for which the drawings were made. You will be able to see the development of his ideas as he moved deliberately from sketch to sketch. Among the most interesting works in this section are the oil Girly Show and the two preparatory drawings for it. The painting is a hard, cruel, maybe even misogynist image, showing a tough-looking stripper at the end of her act. Some of Hopper's views of women are unforgiving, like this one. Others, and there are a number in the show, are sympathetic, wistful, full of longing, and about unfulfilled desire. The drawings for Girly Show are especially interesting because, as you'll see, instead of the hardened features and taut body of the stripper, the first drawings show the rather soft body and gentle features of Hopper's wife, Jo. Josephine Nivison was also an artist. Hopper met and married her in 1924 when she was 40 and he was 41. They were an incredibly odd couple. The Hoppers had a tumultuous marriage, and some critics say that Hopper's images of women were a direct response to his relationship with his wife. But I think what's going on in the pictures is more subtle and more intriguing than can be explained by his biography. Hopper captures something poignant and true about relationships between men and women, about the difficulty of making connections. You'll see many images in all media of women alone in interiors that are rather anonymous and bare. Often the women are nude or barely dressed. They are always contemplative, alone in their thoughts. In many of them, light takes the place of an absent or perhaps non-existent lover. And even though these figures are sometimes awkward and not particularly attractive, the prevailing mood is one of tenderness. The exhibition also includes many of Hopper's well-known urban subjects: bridges, tenements, city streets. Looking at Hopper's pictures, it's hard to remember that this is the era of the skyscraper, of America's entrepreneurial and cultural ambitions expressed through architecture. Most of Hopper's modernist contemporaries painted skyscrapers and the dizzying views from them, or they painted the Brooklyn Bridge, itself an emblem of modernism. But Hopper never did. He did draw and paint a number of rather generic apartment buildings. Now, at first, these will seem to have been rendered in a rather straightforward, realistic style. But a closer view reveals an eerie quiet and emptiness that you might find reminds you a little bit of De Chirico. Hopper's career lasted about 60 years, from the Jazz Age to the Vietnam era, and despite all the changes during that period, political, cultural, social, Hopper's art changed very little. Just in terms of art history, through American Cubism, regionalism, abstract expressionism, and pop art, Hopper remained a straightforward realist, drawing his subjects from the daily experiences of middle-class people like himself. Only he wasn't quite the straightforward realist. His images, seemingly simple descriptions, have an amazing power to mesmerize you, to get inside you, to engage your imagination, to stay with you long after you've walked away. And for all their descriptive clarity, there's something uncanny about them, something a bit surreal. You'll notice that his spaces don't quite add up, and his points of view are a little strange. They've been described as cinematic. Hopper's light is magical and somehow deeply penetrating. While Hopper's subjects are quintessentially American, his ability to find fascination and mystery and emotional resonance in the most ordinary things has a universal appeal. Thank you.